Welcome to another installment of Martial Arts Business Mastery. I'm Dr. John Terry, President of the United States Martial Arts Hall of Fame and CEO of the International Martial Arts Council of America. Welcome back. This ongoing series is designed to give you tips, tools, insights, and resources. So if you're a martial arts school owner or an instructor, you want to lean in for the next few minutes. Now, we believe there are 6 business essentials that you need to build into your martial arts business, and it is a business, so that you can have more influence, more impact, and have more income as you're serving your students and your community at an ever higher level. Now, this week, we want to talk about the impact of social media and how that can be used to raise brand awareness of who you are and what you do. We want to talk about user-generated content. You know, one of the facts you need to understand is that user-generated content is going to build more trust in the people that are viewing that on social media than any of the polished marketing content that you could ever buy from a third party. Remember, the real families involved in your martial arts program are going to create the real proof other people need to say, that's exactly what I want. You need to understand this. Your students are your best marketers, because if you use your students correctly to help spread the message of who you are and what you do, your students can literally become a walking, talking, living, breathing digital billboard and a physical billboard as they're telling your story on social media and also as they're engaging one-on-one with those around them. Now, there's a truth you need to understand when it comes to creating user-generated content, and that truth is this. When it comes to getting people to trust your business, more families are going to trust what the parents and the students of your school have to say about your school. They're going to trust that more than anything that you could ever say in an ad. So if you're paying a third party to generate these really expensive and really slick looking ad pieces, those are okay. But I'm here to tell you this. When families begin to tell your story, and they begin to tell it in person, and they begin to tell it online, that builds much more rapport and creates more trust because it's coming from an individual that's actually involved in your school. So here's what you need to know. You want to use student-generated content anytime and every time you have the opportunity. If your students are sharing what they're experiencing in your school, you want to make sure that you're sharing that on your official school social media sites. Why is that important? It appears more authentic, and to the visitors that are looking at that content online, it's much more trustworthy because it's not your story or something you paid an ad agency or a marketing company to develop. It is the students in your school and the parents of the students in your school telling your story for you. That is one of the most incredible ways to build your brand and to drive more impact of these are the lives we're changing, and this is their story. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to utilize hashtags, because as students are sharing their own unique moments and their own milestones, if your school has a unique hashtag that every single post has added to it, then anybody searching those hashtags are going to get to see your post, their post, the other student's post, the parent post, the fellow instructor's post. And all of a sudden now all of that individual content gets grouped together, that it creates the opportunity to again expand influence, expand impact, and expand the reach of what you're doing through social media. Now, the third one requires permission, and maybe this is built into your agreement that students sign when they come in. If not, maybe it's something you want to consider, is getting permission to have the opportunity to share their content online. When you have permission, you want to feature student content as much as you can. You want to be able to show this is what's happening in our school right now. Now, maybe it's a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, or maybe you're going live on YouTube or some other channel and you're saying, hey, this is Master Smith. Today in our school, we're working on this technique. And as you can see right now, and you're panning around the room showing the students working out, here's what we're working on today. And these are the drills we're using to really hone ourselves in this area. Little short 30-second, 1-minute reel can be huge because after class is over, guess who's going to go home and find that reel and they're going to go push it out and share it on their own social media content? Every single student in the classroom. Not only is it good for that, it helps build community because when you're featuring the students, you're letting them know they're not just there and seen as a student that's paying money to get taught. They're seen as an important and valued member of that school community. Because when they're seen, they're heard, they're valued, and they're appreciated enough to feature them on your content, now you're really building community in an incredible way. Now, also don't forget, you are a business owner who teaches martial arts. You're not just a martial arts instructor. And because of that, teaching martial arts is not just enough. To be able to grow your brand, to expand your reach and your influence, as well as the impact in the community, you've got to elicit your people to become your billboards in the community. And one of the ways you do that is to teach them what makes good content. The things that you want to see them post that you would love to also share, the things that you're posting you would love for them to share. Things like action shots. Maybe it's reels of what's going on in the classroom. Maybe it's an interview with the student. Maybe you're doing a student of the month and that's videotaped and posted, those achievement awards. Maybe it's photos or videos of part of the testing or everyone receiving their belt and promotion at the end of that. Maybe it's a glimpse behind the scenes of here's what's going on as we're prepping for class, or here's some things we're doing in the school that, again, creates interest and creates for the students an opportunity to help you share the message. So let me give you a couple of tips as an action plan so that you can help your students become your best marketers by the content that they're generating on their own. Now, we talked about it earlier, but again, let me remind you, you want to create a school-specific hashtag for posting. One specific hashtag, hashtag Martial Arts Academy, hashtag Bob Smith Boxing, whatever it may be. Create a school-specific hashtag so that anytime you are posting on your official social media, that hashtag is used. And then as other students begin to share it, that hashtag begins to follow and move along. But at the same time, you want to put that hashtag in a prominent place so that you can train and encourage parents and students as they're posting about your school to also use that school-specific hashtag so that you get that universal connection of all those different marketing pieces that are going out organically as your users, the students that are promoting your school, the parents that are promoting your school. All that now gets an opportunity to come together to really help spread and build your brand. And of course, again, we mentioned it earlier, with permission, make sure that's done in your contract, in your agreement, or you have something in writing from your students or their parents. You want to regularly feature student content on your official social media sites. Hey, if you enjoyed today's content, again, you can visit shihanuniversity.com. This is our business development resource for martial arts school owners and instructors. It's there you're going to get more tips, more tools, more insights, and more resources to begin to expand your reach, your influence, and your impact, as well as tips and tools for things you can do to up-level the experience and have an opportunity to earn more income as you're serving your students and your community at an ever higher level. Now, this ongoing weekly series and the resources at Shihan University are brought to you by the International Martial Arts Council of America. We believe that you should have more influence, more impact, and more income by serving your students and your community in an incredible way that makes you stand out as unique and different. If you don't know who we are the independent martial arts association for the martial arts entrepreneur. Remember, you are not just a school owner teaching martial arts. You are a business professional who owns a business that teaches martial arts as a part of what you do. So if you're not a member of our organization, we'd love to have you join. We've got some incredible resources we provide just like this throughout the year. Every year we host a national training camp that we invite individuals to come in, and 15 master level instructors teaching over 3 days. We do business development sessions during that event to help you up level what you're doing. We get you an opportunity to hear from other successful school owners that are also there sharing what they're doing that's working, so you can take that home and take that back and implement that in your school. You'll find about all of this and more by visiting our website, imacusa.com.